Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nic Barisone, and I am the co-founder of High Camp Flasks. I moved to Marin in 2020 during the pandemic, like so many other people, and my co-founder moved here as well. And we moved for a number of reasons. Access to the TAM watershed, perfect weather, and the bustling startup community. That was kind of a joke, but about a week after I moved, I saw an article in the Independent Journal about MSIV, and a week later, I was having coffee with Zach. And since then, I've met a ton of other founders. We meet up, we get drinks. We work at Avant Space in downtown San Rafael. We walk to work, we get lunch, we get cocktails at the local bars. And it's just pretty incredible to see that the startup community actually does exist. All right, so the market fit. What is High Camp Flasks? So I met my business partner in 2015, Whit Gautreaux. You can raise your hand. There he is back there. He moved from Bozeman to San Francisco to pursue a job in startups. And he had a mountain bike and a surfboard, so we became fast friends. And we'd oftentimes meet up for a morning session with coffee, Equator coffee, or an afternoon glass off with craft beer or craft spirits. And we talked about how great outdoor towns had great breweries and great distilleries. And we had this idea that maybe people that like the outdoors also like to drink nice spirits and coffee. So we decided, well, let me see what my next slide is here. We decided there are two bad options for drinking outside. It was, one, settle for cheap booze that you couldn't ruin by taking it outside, or drink good booze out of something cheap. Bringing glass wasn't an option for us because we appreciate the outdoors. So we chose a different option. We decided just because we're outdoors doesn't mean we need to drink like animals. So we started a flask company designed for drinking how you drink in your living room in the outdoors. So when we set out to build the best flasks in the world, we set out a few design characteristics. We thought that, as I already mentioned, you should have indoor aesthetics. You should have style. So something that would look good on your bar top, not something that would be stuffed away in a gear bin, dusted off before you use it for your next camping trip. We wanted to preserve the integrity of the spirits or beverages going inside the flask. So that meant absolutely no plastic. It also meant using highest grade, kitchen grade stainless steel to prevent any impartation of flavor from one beverage to the next. And then we needed integration. We wanted you to feel good with the drink in your hand. Just like you'd be served a drink at a cocktail bar or drinking in your own living room, we wanted to have a glass that attached to the flask that was a proper bar glass. So we introduced some of our own innovations to the market along with the leading technologies available in the market today. And in 2018, we launched the Firelight 750 flask. And we introduced the first ever 750 milliliter all stainless steel flask, no plastic. And we had two tumblers that attached the flask magnetically. No threading, nothing to interrupt your sipping experience while you sip from your flask. It's vacuum insulated, and it's designed to take a full bottle of whiskey, wine, a French press of coffee, or a batch cocktail anywhere with you. About a year later, we launched the Firelight 375 flask, which is a smaller version, just more on the go, more personal experiences. But the whole version of the two tumblers was because drinking is best enjoyed when shared. Most recently, we've taken a shot at the traditional hip flask. They're hard to clean, they're hard to fill up, and they suck this drink out of. So we created a flask that opens up from the bottom, so you've got a no funnel fill up, and it's got a 3-ounce sipping shot glass attached. And then last year, we introduced our Parkside wine flask with wine tumbler aesthetics. Now, everyone's messed up bringing wine to a picnic. You either forgot your corkscrew, you forgot cups, or a cooler, and you end up drinking warm wine out of the bottle with Coke filament floating around. So the Parkside just solves all those problems immediately, and it looks pretty cool. All right. So we are a bootstrap business, and we've had a lot of challenges with growth, keeping up with demand, having supply chain issues. Yeah, and just being self-funded. So we can talk a lot about that if you want to chat after. Feeding the creative man for modern marketing platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Meta. These require a lot of work for creative content. And then growing our team and adding the right people at the right time. When you're going fast, you got to find people to stop an immediate gap, and it's just hard to, you want to make sure you're making the right decisions. Successes, we've weathered a lot of storms, and we're stronger for it. We've built strong partnerships with high-profile news outlets, key national retailers, and influential wineries and distilleries. And we're profitable and cash flow positive and have been year over year since we started. Where to find us? We've got a shop in Fairfax, 85 Bolinas Road. There's an 8 in front of the 5. You can find us online at highcampflasks.com. We've currently got our Mother's Day sale live. And in closing, we're hiring for key positions. We're always looking for even more mentors and friends. And we love working with local service providers and content creators. We just did a collab with Marin Dad. And you should definitely ask us about our corporate engraved gifting. We can do up to 1,000 units in a day and deliver within 10 days. So looking forward to chatting with you all after.